Artists handling themselves in an audition can be similar to how they handle themselves in a performance or competition atmosphere. They just need to be as natural as possible, and some say that it's helpful not to have nerves, but I think that the natural adrenaline helps to just increase the quality of the performance, especially when you're playing for a live audience or live people. But I think that it comes with time, but on the other hand, I think that most of our artists feel quite comfortable on stage or in an audition. Otherwise, they wouldn't want to make a career out of it. So in a sense, some of it has to be quite natural to them. If someone wants to pursue a solo career and they've gone the traditional route of going to school and haven't played any concerts, I would say that it would be extremely difficult because in our industry we often look at young people. So these artists can start as early as 9 or 10 years old and they're already performing concerts. Some of them are homeschooled, or they might go to a professional children's school or conservatory at a very young age. So they've already gained the experience, and by the time they're 18 years old, at least in the instrumental world, a lot of them have already made some sort of a name for themselves where they're ready to go. But on the other hand, there are some that are against the route of being exposed to the concert stage so early, and their parents or teachers might want them to study, which is great and something that we encourage too. And I would say that if they have no experience in the concert stage and people may not know about them, I would say probably enter a competition. For instance, if you're a pianist and you want to enter a competition like the Van Cliburn competition or the Chopin competition, which just took place in Poland, that's a great way of getting in and getting noticed. So if you win one of those competitions, it's not a guarantee that you'll have a career, but it's a guarantee that you'll have 5 minutes of fame, and whether you can turn that 5 minutes into a lifetime is up to the artist. I would say, on the whole, musicians are really different from each other. There are some that are really well-rounded, very intellectual, and have a desire to know about all sorts of different things, whether it's culture or society or current events or philosophy. But there are some other artists who have really no desire to have a well-rounded education, and that's their prerogative, and they just throw themselves into music. Some of them might not even be as interested in symphonic music or opera if they're, say, a pianist, and they might just make themselves spend all of their time on concentrating on piano repertoire and pianists. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's really each artist's decision, but I would say at our agency, we have a whole spectrum of artists who go from well-rounded to completely focused on their area.